Hi, good morning, beloveds. I sit here in front of this camera this morning and ponder what I want to say and how to say it. Not from the mind, because that's not where I come from anymore, but there is a question that is coming, and it has to get through this mind. It has to be processed somehow, and then it comes out through this mouth, and it's something that really can't be spoken and can't really even be explained. But here I am trying to do this. What is coming for me in this time is this new year, looking at how we start to value the female principle, how we start to actually pay for it, how we start to not just take it for granted, not just think that it should always come with a begging bowl. If we're in our male part, we're going out to work, we're earning money, we're in a male structure, we get paid for it, we earn our money, and that's great. But what happens to all those people who, whether they be in a male body or a female body, it doesn't matter, but who are working from their receptive, feminine, intuitive sides? Because when this is happening, they give, and there is no thought to ask. I see in this time we are coming into a great time of balancing both the masculine and the feminine energies, the pushing energy, the giving, the active energy, the structure, and the female energy, which is the yin, receptive energy, which up until now has been taken, I think, very much for granted. It should come free, it is judged if it's not there. It's like, for example, this beautiful planet we're on, which is female, that we take and take and take. We rip her oil out, we rip her gold out, we rip her crystals out. Even as alternative people do this in the name of that it's okay. And then we put it into a male structure and somebody makes money out of her. And really not nobody. There are so few people that are thinking that, hang on, if we take, we have to also give something back. And how do we do that? And because the earth is giving so freely to us, and the feminine gives naturally so freely and doesn't want to stop doing that, we make it a begging, that this feminine energy has to be a begging energy. It's as the gurus go into themselves, they end up being, in a way, beggars to their disciples, that you might think that they need to survive. You say often that these people that hold space for you give you the most great insights in the world, and they help you so much to survive and to keep walking it and to be in it. But you only seem to take. Obviously, if you grow, you give back in your energy, and that is things. But I sometimes wonder if you really look. And I have been also in this. I see with my mother, who has been sometimes very generous with me and has supported me and held me, saying that there's also been a manipulation behind it if I don't do what she wants. But I realize I have not always been grateful to her for what she has given. I have just expected it, that's somehow her job. In this time where we are where spiritual people are out of structure. We are not held by a particular religion or anything. And I can only say that the existence always does supply and is very generous with us in ways beyond our imagining. So I can't say that it's really for me. It always comes somehow. But I feel that on the collective, for those that are not maybe yet in this space, there is a way that one has to, first of all, externally value the yin, the receptive. Because if we don't, and we don't make effort sometimes to do this, it will not come back. And I feel this is part of the greatest fear in this time. Many people maybe cannot go into themselves because they are so afraid to go into the feminine receptive self. Because they fear, the fear is that if I go into this part of myself, one, I will not be valued, I will not be paid, how will I earn my living, and I will be misused. It is somehow held deep in our cellular structure, deep in our memory body and in our mind, and it is something that needs to be approached. I have really no idea how one transmits this. I have no idea how it works. But this is my gibberish for this morning. This is my question for the morning. How are those that are giving so freely, and they, like myself, I have worked and put time and energy and money into finding out who I am, or who I'm not, so that I can hold space for people. This has been a major commitment of a large part of my life. And so now I can sit in front of you and talk this gibberish. And how do you value it? You give me a like on my Facebook page. Sometimes I'm bought a bunch of flowers. I'm taken out for a meal where I actually give a free counselling session at the same time. And I just think, I wonder if you think that the ones that are sitting here doing what we do you ever think how we survive? Do you ever think how we pay our bills? Do you ever think how we manage to do all the things we do, how we eat, how we buy a new computer so that we can continue to do this? And I think on some level, instead of asking us, who are sitting in the feminine maybe, to say, oh, just ask when you need, you make us a beggar. We are not beggars. But you need to look and see, instead of waiting to be asked. The maturity is to look and see how you find a way to give something back. Of course, the best is that you grow. The best is that you realize yourself. The best is that you become free. That is the biggest gift. Saying that, part of that growth is that you value the feminine. And most people that go into this space that can truly share from beyond wherever it comes from with the clarity are the people that are sitting in their feminine receptive space and also know their divine masculine. So this is my gibberish for this morning. I have no idea what it's really about. I don't know. It's not really an agenda. It's just questioning. So this morning, I have a cup of tea. And I sit here in the third day of this year, and I put this gibberish out to you. Maybe you think about it and look and see who you value and how you value those that are sitting in their receptive feminine energy and holding the space for you. Because as you move into this, if you do not know how to give to such people, you will always be afraid that you cannot go into this space. Because how can you go into this space? Because your belief system is, I will not be valued. I will not be paid. How will I survive? How will I put a roof over my head? And yeah, it's an interesting one this morning. So I wish you the best new year. I share my gibberish. Take it, look at it, see what you think. Don't. Okay, I love you heaps. Have a nice day.